Hi everybody, this is Jeff Veale, the business guru, coming to you once again, yes, from downtown Manila, with another series on Stars on Spotlight. We'll be winding it up very soon today. In fact, today's the last day, guys. We've got 10 wonderful people from all over the world going to be interviewed. And by popular demand, we've brought back our 15 minutes of fame. So keep an eye on our social media, guys. We're going to do 15 minutes of fame, where all of August, you'll get the chance to come on, just like our next guest, and tell your story. And every man and woman has got a story. Got a wonderful guest today from my home country, a lovely lady, a very caring lady called Melonie Taylor. I'm going to tell you Melonie's story. She's the CEO, or the Chief Energy Officer, which I love. It's an awesome title. Chief Energy Officer at a company called Virtual Angels by Success on Purpose. And she'll tell you all about that. And she's been doing that for over 10 years now. And before that, she was always in the caring industry. She was a palliative nurse for a mere 18 years, guys. So she knows a bit about caring about people and what people need. A brief description of her business: Virtual Angels by Success on Purpose supports business owners with a growth mindset. That's important, guys. You've got to have a growth mindset. You've got to invest either time or money or both, and get yourself a mentor, get yourself a VA. Think about this, guys. You're trying to build a house. You've got a painter, a plumber, a carpenter, a roofer, a cabinet maker, and more. 18 people to build a house, and here you are trying to build a business by yourself. Crazy, right? Get some help, guys. Okay, so moving along with Melonie, her services include tailored recruitment, comprehensive training, and ongoing support to ensure each and every virtual angel is dedicated to growth-orientated and equipped to enhance productivity and foster holistic business development. So in other words, guys, they're going to help you grow, and you'll work together. You'll do what's called a SOP, a standard operating procedure. You'll work together and you'll make stuff happen. Imagine a virtual assistant digging you a hole every day, guys, say 5 foot deep. End of the week, that hole's 25 foot deep and you didn't do anything. They just made your phone ring. All right. Want to know more? You'll be reaching out to Melonie about all that. She's been guest speaking on numerous events, dozens of them. I'm not going to read them all out, guys. There's dozens of them here. YTM, Your Time Matters, Business Connect with Carolyn Powell, the Elevatory with Anna Jonovac, the Stylish Home Decorator, Homebody Mind Virtual Expo with Sally Jess. Wow, she's traveled just recently, in fact, traveled to Denver to spend time with a person with her accountability group that had only met virtually before. Author of 2 books, and my greatest achievement is my dream team. And she's got a wonderful team, guys. Her philosophy: take care of your employees and they'll take care of your business. And that's so true, guys. Interesting fact about herself: as somebody who transitioned from a nursing career in palliative care to become a chief energy officer, she's got unique perspective of the importance of strategic hiring and preventing burnout, right? I did a promo the other day, guys. I said to people, and I'm talking to you people out here now, banks don't work weekends, so why do you? So Monday to Friday, guys, Monday to Friday, have the weekend, recharge those batteries. Don't have any burnout, guys. So her journey from healthcare to business support services was driven by her own experience of not being able to find the right people with a growth mindset. This inspired me to create a service that not only fills the gap, but also empowers business owners and virtual assistants to thrive. And through this, I'm passionate about helping others break free from the cycles of scarcity and burnout, emphasizing holistic well-being and impactful business growth. So it's my great pleasure to welcome to the stage today Melonie Taylor. How are you, Melonie?
Thank you, Jeff. That was a long intro, wasn't it?
It was. I'm tongue-tied. I'm gonna have a drink while you're chatting to catch up. Let's start this show on the road. Tell us about your journey and what inspired you to pursue your current career after being so long in nursing. What put you down this track?
Yeah. Well, guess what?
What?
Burnout.
Right. There you go.
So my other business, which I've had for 7 years, well, full-time, is Success Mentor. So I'm a success mentor. So that was my first business, and I became my first client. I was a busy nurse. I was a human doing. I was an overachiever. I was quite an academic. I was studying. And yeah, thankfully back in 2010, I actually burnt out. I broke my wrist. I was training to do a half marathon, broke my wrist, and yeah, had a burnout, a breakdown. which thankfully now I would say is one of the best things that ever happened to me, because it took me on this new trajectory. I never planned to be in business. I never planned to do anything. I actually loved my work. I loved being palliative care nurse. It was beautiful. But I found that I could make more of a difference in the world, well, by working on myself and then also supporting others. So underpinning everything is my why, which is to prevent and cure disease. Because
Awesome.
I saw a lot of disease as a palliative care nurse. I listened to people's stories. You know, a lot of them were working 7 days a week, very successful. And then they'd share their stories and they'd say, Mel, you know it was this time in my life that was so stressful that, you know, I got sick. And I was like, wow. And so I really came to realize that how much stress affects our body,
Of course. Yeah, that's right. And you can't get replacement parts, guys. It's not like going to the car yard and buying a part for your body. It's not that easy, guys. Some parts are not replaceable.
Yes, yeah. And valuing our health, which is the most important thing, you know, that we have, and our time, of course. So
yeah, that's right.
they're the two what we value a lot. And we want to support business owners to thrive and have an amazing team to thrive so they can share their beautiful mission out with the world.
That's right.
But they're here to enjoy it.
Yeah. You have a family for a reason, guys. Spend time with them. I call it the 3 F's, guys. Family, friends, freedom. And with a good VA and Melonie's help, you can have all 3. Family, friends, freedom. That's what you want to be aspiring to, guys. What's become the most challenging aspect of your work, Melonie, and how have you overcome it?
Oh, look, I had to develop a business mindset. I never, I always thought I was a fraud. How did I end up in this business world? I still had this identity of a nurse, and but the beautiful thing about that is ever since day one, I've always been mentored and coached. I always have a mentor and a coach, and I'm always working with those that are ahead of the game so that they can teach me. But yeah, what beautifully happened, probably even just recently, was that I've brought my nurse with me. Instead of disregarding that, you know, I'm not a business person, I realized that actually one of the best skills that I have is connection and solving problems for people. And I learned that so beautifully as a nurse. So I bring that part of me, so much heart, with me. And, you know, the other stuff I'm learning and, you know, continuing to learn every day about business, and just and love talking to people like you, Jeff, that are so experienced, so much wisdom. And my greatest skill really is learner. I love
you learn, you earn, guys. Then take away the earl, and it's earning, and you're helping people. If you're passionate about it, guys, Melanie will tell you, it's not even a job; it's a passion. I'm an old guy, guys. I quite up today. I'm working something like, I've been up since 5 a.m. It's now close to 10 a.m. And I'll be going through to about 11 tonight. I'll be working some 16 hours a day, but I can have power naps in between. But I'm passionate about it. I don't consider it to be work, guys. I consider it to be fun, right? Tell us about an important moment in your career that pretty much changed the direction you were going, apart from your broken wrist. What else happened to you? What made you change your career?
Change of career. Well, probably I duxed the class at Melbourne Uni, and I realized that I could do anything that I put my mind to. And that took me into the business world. And whilst I had a lot of limiting beliefs around not good enough, I knew that I could keep learning. So and what I'm really good at is getting out of my comfort zone.
Yeah, that's important, guys. Push yourself. Be a better version of yourself. Like they do say we only use 10% of our minds. So what about the other 90%, guys? Push yourself. You know, you don't know what you don't know. And there's people out there like Melonie, like myself, and others. You can reach out, have a virtual cup of coffee. Costs you nothing to have a chat, and you may learn something from it. You know, you can learn from each other, guys. I've been doing this Stars on Spotlight. I'm speaking to wonderful people all over the world, and there's been some amazing stories. Believe me. Okay, in your opinion, what are the key qualities and skills that you believe have contributed to your success, apart from obviously your very caring nature? What else do you think has contributed to your success along the way, Melonie?
Courage.
Yeah, good. I like that.
Vulnerability.
That's right. Be real. Keep it real. Yeah.
And really emotional intelligence.
Yeah, which we call, which not common, we call it common sense. but it's not always that common, guys. You get a pizza shop and the guy says, "Oh, I know where I am." But I said, "Yeah, but you haven't got a sign up on your shop. No one else knows where you are." It's as simple as that sometimes, guys. I had a recent client. I got to tell you a story, guys. I had a recent client. He's a lovely guy, Mexican restaurant. He says, "I'm going not so well." I said, "Okay, what drinks do you sell?" He says, "I sell lemonade, Coke, and water." I said, "Okay, as of next week, we're going to sell 4 Mexican milkshakes. We're going to sell," he's in Canberra, of all places, where it's bloody cold. "We're going to sell Mexican coffee and we're going to sell Mexican hot chocolate. How many desserts you got?" "None." "Okay, we're going to introduce tacos in a taco bowl with some ice creams in it and some chocolate sauce. We're going to put some Mexican desserts there, and people are going to stop walking out of your restaurant and going across the road and spending $30. They're going to spend that same money in your restaurant." And the guy's now booming again, right? I then asked him, "How many sombreros you got?" "None." "Go out and buy 6 sombreros. Why? I want your staff to have some sombreros. You're a Mexican restaurant. You're a fun place. And I want you to put the sombreros on your client's head and take their photo, right? Then get their email and send that photo to them. "Welcome to Jeff's Mexican restaurant," with all my details in the bio, right? And guys, what are they going to do? They're going to share it. More people are going to come to your restaurant and you're going to be successful. So it's all about common sense, Melanie. You brought up a very good point. Okay, how do you stay motivated? Every time I see you motivated, you're highly motivated. How do you stay motivated and continue to innovate in your field? What's your secrets?
Well, I suppose definitely being connected to my why, because I feel like you need a big why, because the journey of business is very challenging.
Absolutely. And lonely.
And pardon?
And lonely. You're on your own sometimes.
Yeah,
no one.
Yeah.
You got to come up. You're the main. You got to come up with all the ideas and make it and pay the bills and make it happen, right?
Yeah. But and it's just enjoying the little things in life as well. And being with my team is my greatest joy, actually.
Yes.
And just watching them change, because I do a lot of work with them, empowerment, looking after their health, productivity, managing their time. They start to share that with their loved ones. They're sharing that with their children, and just watching the difference that that's making in their life. You know, that just gives me so much joy. That's everything to me.
Yeah, it's nice to see these people grow, isn't it? I mean, we had floods here recently, guys. Recently, a few days ago. And there were people, you wouldn't see this in Australia, there were people walking to work in 2 and 3 foot of water. They couldn't get a train or a bus. They were walking to work. They were that dedicated to their jobs, right? So, you know, they're awesome people, if you got the right ones. Tell me a recent project or achievement you're particularly proud of, Melanie. There's a few, I'm sure, but tell us a particular one.
This is off the topic of
That's okay.
business.
Go
I've
ahead.
got a lot going on with the 2 businesses, but I recently just finished my 2nd book.
Which awesome. When's
really
that coming out?
Excited about. I haven't really shared any of this.
That's okay. You can
on
tell
public. My manuscript is currently with Penguin, actually. So
Lovely.
I submitted that. Yeah, while I was in Breckenridge with my beautiful accountability.
Lovely.
Group.
Yeah. See,
So,
you got it all happening. You got it all together. What's the book about? Is it your life, or is it about mentorship? What's it about?
Yeah, so it's called Depression: A Path to Abundance.
Right. Lovely. Lovely.
So I share about my journey with depression and my being a deep sensitive person, very emotional, and how I thought that was a weakness, and I was very challenged by that.
No, it's a strength. Being emotional is a strength. You know where you're at. You go up. We all go up and down, guys. You can't look. It's like I tell people, it has to rain to see the rainbow. So you go up and down like a mountain, guys. You know, and when you're down, think positive and say, "Well, the only way from here is up." Right? And you can be guaranteed there's going to be ups and downs in life, guys. Who predicted COVID? Nobody. You know, you just don't know. That's why live every day, guys. You don't know. You could walk out the door tomorrow and get run over by a car. Heaven forbid. You know. So enjoy life while you can, and guys, reward yourself, guys. When you work hard, reward yourself every week. You know, like I was sharing with Melonie, I go on a holiday every 4 to 6 weeks because I work hard and I want to enjoy it. What am I working for otherwise? Right. In fact, I go out every weekend. You'll see me at rooftop bars, local markets, all those things. Like I make a point of going out. You don't meet anybody staying at home. Right. What advice would you give someone aspiring to follow in your footsteps, Melonie?
Well, be connected to your why.
Mm,
Know that the journey is really challenging,
mm-hmm.
but be courageous and vulnerable and reach out and receive support.
Absolutely. And as I said earlier, guys, there's people out there, pick up the phone. They can only hang up. It's the worst they can do. It won't bite you. But most people, guys, if they're successful, they're happy to share the journey. You could probably ring Richard Branson. If you can get through to him via his secretary, you could probably reach Richard and have a yarn to him for an hour if you wanted to, if that was your why. You know, it's amazing what you can do. Looking ahead, what are your goals and aspirations for the future, Melonie? We obviously got plenty of them.
Well, yeah, it's amazing what sort of just comes up. This is another thing I haven't really shared, but I've just applied for a TEDx talk as well. So
awesome. That'll be fantastic.
Yeah.
You'll be a star.
So,
You'll be a star, my friend.
Thank you, Jeff. So yeah, I suppose there's a lot now around the book. So it's more a part of my mentoring, but I love working with high achievers with anxiety and depression.
Yeah.
So just really supporting them and sharing the message that, yeah, depression's a superpower. And yeah, so got the 2 businesses going, but that's what really keeps me inspired, actually, is the variety.
Don't know how you find the time. Then again, now I do. You got VAs. I know how you do it. Right. How can our listeners and people watching this reach out and find out more about you, Melonie? What's the best way?
Well, they can find us on Facebook. They
Lovely.
can contact me directly, Melonie with an O, Melonie Taylor.
Yep.
A little bit
Yep.
different. LinkedIn, Virtual Angels by Success on Purpose. We've got our website. You can contact us there as well. My email is melanie@successonpurpose.com.au. And yeah, love to have a coffee chat with people, connect.
Awesome.
And
don't forget, guys,
yeah.
we'll be putting all Melonie's socials under this recording. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, guys, to see Melonie and other lovely guests from around the world. And we'll be putting all Melonie's social contacts there. So reach out, have a chat to her, and, you know, get some of the energy that she gives out to people each and every day of her life. Melonie, before we wrap this up, another fun fact about you that most people don't know. I didn't know you wrote books, but now I know. What else don't we know about you?
I love hiking.
Hiking?
I love yoga.
Lovely, yeah.
I love.
You love life. It's obvious.
I do. I'm very joyful now. I used to struggle with life. I found it really challenging. And
that's right. Yeah, you hit your straps, Melonie. For me, very quick bias story for me, guys. I had a motivational speaker when I was 8. Can you imagine that? My own motivational speaker when I was 8 years of age. What he did, he'd comb my hair every morning before I went to school, and he'd say, "Shit, you're an ugly kid." That was my motivational talk most mornings, right? And then
go and win the
day. And then to top it off, he was a labourer. Yeah, lovely man. He's dead now. My stepfather. And he used to tell me, "Oh, you're nobody. You're a nobody. You'll always be a labourer." And he was right. When I left school and home at 14, I broke away from the system, guys, and I had 200 jobs. True story. From 14 to 28, I had over 200 jobs. I was unemployable. And they were all either labourer, storeman, or kitchen hand, because I thought that's what I was. I thought he'd told me, he had me programmed. I was a labourer, so I had to do work with my hands. And then when I got to 28 and I realized I'm not liking any of this, I'm going to turn the coin around. I turned the coin around, guys, got self-employed, and the rest is history. I've had 5 multi-million-dollar businesses. And you look at some of the most successful people in the world, like Melonie, they've all got a backstory, guys. Every one of us has got a backstory about sleeping in cars or, you know, doing it tough when they were kids. You know, we've all been there, right? And so keep going. That's the message, isn't it, Melonie? Keep on going.
Yeah.
And get some help, you know.
Get support.
Help's there.
Yeah. People that understand you, because there's a lot of, when you're a high achiever, you can feel quite isolated because
that's right. Yeah, well, I laugh at that too. When I was back in Australia, and I've left many years ago, guys, it's a bit different between America and Australia that I found. In Australia, I'd put my hand and say, "What do you do, Jeff?" "I'm a salesman." and people would pull their hand back and count their fingers, right? Like you might have said, you're a con man. When I went to America, same deal. And when I had a great time in America. They actually gathered around and said, "Oh, that's fantastic. Tell us your story." They had a different mindset around sales and salesmanship, guys. So, you know, and it's meant to be, it's up to me. And Melonie will tell you too, this, she's been through burnout. No one's coming to save you. No one. You've got to get out of bed, have a shower, go for a walk and save yourself, guys. That's my message for today. So I'm going to wrap this up, Melonie. Any last words for our audience, please?
Oh, just, yeah, my slogan for my whole life has been just keep going, never give up.
That's it. Well, mine's very similar. If they knock you down, bite them on the ankle, right? So that's it for the day, guys. Thank you very much for watching.